Got loads of little pet hates, haven't you?
No. Just you'd have picked me up on it. You've given as good as you've got for the last 12 weeks. You've been a pain.
The Zoom link's the best.
And I know you're taking the mick with that Zoom link. I know you are. Everybody knows what that Zoom link. My wife even knows. So right then. So John just finished a 12-week program, and I posted your results up. £46 in total lost in 12 weeks, which is just mental. And what I'll do, I will put some pictures up. I'm getting better at this. I'm going to put some pictures up there showing befores, afters, and a graph to show you just like what you've achieved, because it is like really inspiring. So I just want to take you back to the beginning. Just gives a brief overview of what you do work-wise, like how many hours a day you're working, children, all these commitments that a lot of people struggle to get around. And I use you as an example to say, like, John's busy, John's got it. So just tell people what it is you do and like where you were sort of 5 days before you spoke to me.
Renewable energy installer. Mainly climbing up on scaffold onto roofs, installing technology, PV, solar thermal, just all that stuff. Basically, 5 days a week.
Yeah.
You know.
And long hours.
Right, just daylight, isn't it? I need daylight to work.
Right.
Just as long as it's daylight, I'll work.
Like physically.
Basically. Oh, it is canny eye. I mean, I do about 2.5 miles up and down ladders a day.
Wow, that's amazing.
You know, sometimes solar panel maybe is 18 kilograms, carrying that up in one hand.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I've just come off the phone to another guy who's completely rebuilding his house, pretty much by the looks of it. To me, when I see what you guys are doing, and yourself included, like how busy you are, it always inspires me, like you, Luke, Tony, that you do all this and you don't moan about it despite how busy you are. You just get on with it. You find a way, you find an hour, you eat your food properly, and you do it. And I always think to myself, well, if they can do it, everybody can do it. Does that sound fair?
Aye, just days. It just flew, the days, really. You know, I was like getting in from work. As soon as I was getting in from work, I was just having to concentrate on getting that exercise done. Mm-hmm. You know, because, you know, I had a bit of an accident and I got hit off a machine on site. And that was the whole purpose of it, trying to get me back built up. But if I was to come in from work, as soon as I sit down, that's it. It's just I start seizing up for the night. Yeah. You know, so I was having to come in and just get that exercise done, basically. Yeah. That was my goal. Yeah. You know, and it was all from finishing work, driving home in the van. From the start, it was just getting psyched up of what was coming for that exercise, you know, just to push myself through it, because there was some mentally hard days on it, believe it or not. You know, it wasn't all plain sailing by far. You know, and it was this. I've had fights with my head and everything. Just do it, you know, and it was crazy, you know, how it comes about.
Yeah, and I do pre-warn every single person that I speak to, and you'll remember this, that I say to him, like, can you take feedback and action it, which you did perfectly. But one of the big things I ask is, can you stay positive and stay on the track? I stay on track throughout 12 weeks, despite the ups and downs, which we know are going to come. And you said, yeah, and you did it every single week, you know, you were on it. And it wasn't like you were like overstretching, you know what I mean? You just did your bit. You set your goals out, you set your targets. I'm going to do this amount of workouts every week, and you just did it, bang, bang, bang. And it became a routine, didn't it? And like, I knew every time I checked in on you, John's done his stuff, because you just did. And that's what makes it easy. And I've used you as an example with nutrition. So nutrition is something people really battle over, but every single day, once you got over that first couple of weeks where you're asking me about numbers and things, you nailed it every single week, didn't you? And it makes it easy to make adjustments to get where you want to get. And the end result is 46 pounds off, which is 21 kilos, which is madness. So
I mean, when I first come on, I didn't want to entertain all of that calorie tracking and anything like that. I said, no, that's not for me. I didn't want to be doing that. It was just all handfuls. I just went on to that. I just love tracking me stuff now. It's great.
it's
You
not
know, I don't mind.
can't manage it, can you?
I don't mind it. It's interesting to know.
Yeah.
You know. And I think after a while, I think you've just learnt that much with numbers and what you're putting in. It'll all just come to you anyway. You'll not need the fitness pal thing.
We're actually quite capable, aren't we, those humans, when we actually put our minds to things, which is a big thing. So you mentioned your injury then. It was quite a bad one, weren't it? And a lot of people will talk about body confidence, but people automatically think confidence in how they look or like things like that, aesthetics things, which is fine because everybody just wants to look better. But for you, that confidence was different, wasn't it? It was more about being able.
And just, I had actually tried different stuff to try and like strengthen me back up in other like parts of my body, getting fit, etc. And I wasn't lasting too long at it, you know, maybe anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks. And then I was pulling something in me back, tearing some kind of muscle again, and it was just so many ups and downs with it all, and I was just getting nowhere.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. You really benefited, haven't you, from sort of rounded strength training, which is brilliant. So for you, that was your main goal. Do you feel like you achieved that goal? Do you feel like you achieved the weight? Where do you feel like you are compared to what you set your standard at or what you set your targets on?
Oh, definitely. I'm feeling much stronger. I mean, I've lost the weight, but the most important one was feeling stronger in and around my shoulders, you know, where I tore the tendons. And I was always very skeptical of like pushing myself, you know. It was always panicky and no confidence in it because I know the injuries and what I was going to go through again if I just redone them, you know. So no, I've built a lot of confidence and strength up. So it's
because those
the main thing.
Those injuries put you in a bad spot, didn't they? Before. So, like, what worked for you? What did you like about the program? What elements worked for you best?
It was just, I liked how you slowly fetched us into it all, because that gave us confidence with me. Injuries just to keep going and going ahead. You know, you didn't push us from the start. You got us into it gradually and then started nudging us along.
Yeah. I didn't know if you noticed that. Once you got moving, you're like a runaway train. And I say it to every single person I talk to. And I don't think people believe you when you say it, but at first, people are generally slow starters. But one day, that penny drops, and you're all of a sudden on track with your food. You're all of a sudden into a routine with your exercise. Boom, you're off and running, aren't you? And that's it. It's brilliant. So
I think it's just the mindset. I mean, probably a bit of depression kicked in there with the injuries or something like that. I was probably down, you know. Good nutrition and exercise brings that along automatically, you know. And I think it's just a combination of everything just brings you on.
Yeah.
Great, you know, because the mental side of stuff is quite hard to overrule your head. You know, your head's telling you one thing, your body's telling you another, and it's when those two start arguing, it's quite hard, believe it or not. It sounds like a cartoon, but it's crazy.
It is that internal battle, isn't it? But you've just got to win it. You win it once or twice, and all of a sudden it becomes a habit, and that's what you did. Like relentless. Like I say, it's relentless what you did. You'd never let that thing win, pretty much.
No, snowball effect. It just kept gathering and gathering and gathering.
And I always think that's trusting the process, and that's awesome. So, in all, from everything you've experienced, like, would you recommend? What would you say to people sat on the fence, thinking about doing something, looking for fat loss benefits, strength? What would you say?
I'd say definitely give you a go. I'll show them the results, you know.
Yeah, and the results then. So let's just say I'm going to give you your money back that you paid to do this. and you've got to go back to the week before we started. You've got to put all that £46 back on, but you can have the money up. Which would you choose?
Oh, definitely the weight off. I wouldn't want to go through all that again just for the sake of a bit of cash.
Yeah, well, you said something.
You know,
that's the thing, isn't it? It's the effort you've put in as well.
I know I value my time and effort, so I don't really. It's not worth going through it all again.
Yeah. So actually, all right then. This will test you. So I weren't planning on saying it, but how much would I have to give you to go back to where you were?
Oh, there'd be something there, like some arrangements.
5 times as much as what you paid.
Oh no.
Times.
Oh, you're gonna have to get into a big lump of sum.
Is it? Well, we'll leave it.
100 grand, so like 5 figures easy to do all of that again.
Well, it just, and I believe you, John. I honestly believe you, and I just try and stress it to other people. So at least they've heard it from the horse's mouth. No pre-scripted nonsense. So listen, it's been mega working with you, and we're going to carry on. I know that we're going to be doing something ongoing. So congratulations on your results. Go and enjoy them for a week, and thank you for your time, mate. All right.
No, super. Thank you.
No problem.